Welcome to the second episode of the Free Talk Friday portion of the Mechs on Deck channel. Appreciate you coming out. Today we have something special for you. We have two of our Discord mods. We have Moon and Wilyo70.
Hello.
So join us today. We're going to talk a little bit about kind of some things that are out and exciting in the community that we are pretty much all stoked for and are probably going to get in on.
Very excited.
And then maybe talk through some other stuff and just kind of see where it goes.
You gotta have warm fingers to type.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So,
all right.
What are you holding there, Dave?
This is
a
a
switch tester.
This is a switch tester.
Oh my god.
Do you need one of those? Should you get one of those?
I don't need one, but I'm gonna highly recommend get a switch tester.
What does
Life
one
changing.
do with one of those?
You
devices?
test switches. There's 25, and you can get a bunch of different ones. I wouldn't recommend getting all one switch because that wouldn't do much for you. But you could just test them out, and guess what? And when you're like, "Oh, sweet, I'm gonna buy this board," and Box Navies is the way to go, baby. Let's do this. Box Navies all the way. Nothing wrong with Box Navy. And then you go, "Dang it, I like Box Pale Blues way better." If you had bought a switch tester, you would have known.
True story.
That's true.
True story. Literally a true story. We're talking about boards, and we're talking about, first and foremost, the Polaris, which I'm super stoked about. It's a 60% board made from AIO3, who just got, I guess the group buy for the KBD8X is still going.
It is.
And it's a gasket mount 60%, and I think it $265.
Shipped.
So shipped, yes,
I got my money.
From KBD fans. It's
my money.
sold. I mean,
Take
literally
it.
sold. I posted that thing in our Discord yesterday, and I think 6 different people were like, "Done. That's easy buy."
Easy buy.
It's gasket mount. It's got a brass weight. It's got wind keyless and HHKB option. Got polycarbonate
And
options.
regular 60%.
and 60%
Yeah, and the regular, yeah.
for the everybody's, the evermans.
Yeah, everybody.
That's me. That's for exactly for me.
We're talking about
I
this
do
game.
not like Winkulus or HHKB.
The regular, yeah.
He doesn't believe in the 7U spacebar.
That's a blue collar keyboard for you.
Excuse you? Excuse you?
We were talking a couple weeks ago on the podcast with Jay, and Chewy called it. He said there will be, by the end of this year, there's going to be a gasket mount 60%. Nailed it on the head from
On the
KBD.
head.
Fans. On the head. And this is a perfect example of what we were talking about in that high end versus low end boards, where you can see that what would be a inexpensive board, it's trickling down. It's trickling down from the top.
Effect. It's a thing.
What?
We've got gasket mounts.
You just
Get
got
that off of me.
You just got
Shut
triple
up.
down.
We've got gasket mounts. We've got a giant weight with a design in it,
Polycarbonate.
polycarbonate, and
Sub
multiple
$300.
options, sub $300.
And foam. I don't know if we've seen that in a board yet, and I'm curious. Like, I don't know if I'd use it 100% just because I'm sure you can take it out. I don't know. I have to use it. But that's just an interesting thing that not a lot of people have done. A lot of people are saying Orbithane, and to kind of alleviate, and I guess they're starting to do with Rama, starting to do the noise canceling foam instead of the weight. But it's becoming this thing where people don't like the pinginess of how loud a board can be. So adding that foam in from the get-go and having it pre-cut and ready to go when you build it, and that's innovation right in front of us. So.
What do you guys think about the competition that this board has, though, right now? I mean, the E6.5, another gasket mount, I think that was around $300. And then the Think 6.5, not a gasket mount, but also has a polycarb option. They're both 65, not 60%, but similar options, similar price points. And I think even the Leaf 60 was around $300 as well, which had similar layouts. And
Yeah, you could. I think it went started getting less options.
Yeah.
But no, and then on top of that, standard 60%, which that was kind of a big deal with me with the Leaf 60. Not super about was non-standard 60%.
Yeah, not everybody wants 65%.
Well, not 60, but just non. It's not a standard. So like, I think does it have a middle USB for the Leaf 60?
Yeah.
I believe
Pretty sure.
so. I don't remember
So
exactly.
I'm
I know
not-
every time I look at a board that has something other than a left sided USB, I get a little bit upset. Even though my
Triggered.
orange 75 has one on the right side, but that's my work board and I don't play games with it. It doesn't sit on my desk. I don't use it at a ridiculous angle, but if I have something with a right side USB, I will definitely break it with my mouse hand while playing video games.
It is funny you say that because I had to rethink my whole Zap cable order the other day for my Xeno that's coming in the mail. Spoiler, I got a Xeno coming. I'm so pumped. Black and rose gold. It's going to look beautiful. But it has a center mounted USB.
Mhm.
So I have a setup right here. I mean, you can't see my desk, but I have a tube amp and my mouse. So I couldn't get a detachable cable because my coil would be bumping into my mouse, and that's just going to get in the way. So it's funny that little things like that can totally change the feel of a board on your desk.
It can totally be the difference between getting something and not getting something.
Yeah, I mean, and the great part is you're allowed to be picky.
Yeah.
And so and personally, aesthetically, especially if you're building something, if you're like creating a workspace and you're not really a gamer, so you don't care about that. I think aesthetically, the center post, if you decide that you don't really care about the cables, because I do think that the coil, I do think the coil with the left side, or at least a one side, that will make it look better. But if you're just getting a cable, going out the middle does to me aesthetically look the most pleasing, but not. I mean, people. I'm a gamer. Bill's a gamer. Eric of the gaming culture, and so that can be an issue. And you don't break a PCB, especially a standard. So,
Absolutely.
but no, I think the Polaris. It's KBD Fans is doing a lot of things right now to improve and kind of threatens not the right word, but they're imposing a lot of these designs to kind of counteract what they've been kind of fighting, being talked about lower, doing a lot of things to kind of push into that higher end, but they're not selling it for super higher end prices. So,
well, and it'll push, I think, the higher end boards to bring more to the table, which is good for everybody.
Yep. I saw Jane
CE.
the CV2 go for 500.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, that's
and then this is 250. Yeah. It's. I mean, one of those is a no-brainer. The other one is
500 for 500, and you're not getting caps or switches can be daunting.
Yeah.
It does beg the question, like, what are you really getting for that price? I know that KBD Fans versus like a TGR, I know like the Anno is definitely a different level of quality, and I know they're like, I would say maybe consistency across everything is like the big differences, but I mean
it's a carbon fiber, like
you are losing a lot of
PCB.
Yeah, you're losing a lot of stuff with the new Jane. I'm personally not going to get on the new Jane. I don't really like carbon fiber. I don't really like I don't know, Osiris, about you and your tastes on. You and I do have really similar tastes on.
I'm just not.
You guys have pretty much the same keyboards.
We do. But I don't really like. I think 75% is the biggest I'd want to go.
It's TKL. So
yeah, I'm not big into TKLs. It's just a lot. I like my setups. I don't like my desk at work. At work would realistically be the only place that I would have a use for a TKL. and I don't think what I gain on the layout is appealing to me versus when switching from a 75% that I already have. Like it's I love the Jane. I think it's a great board, and I think it's really cool, and I think it would be cool to have a carbon fiber plate, just to kind of play with it. But I prefer the smaller boards, to be honest. That's like one of the main reasons why I got into building keyboards, was to get a smaller board and be more creative with the way I used my keys rather than just having a full-size board, because at the end of the day, you really don't need all the keys that are on your keyboard if you're using a full-size board.
Not at all.
Personally, that's my opinion. So, but I think in terms of competition, I think one of the things that the Polaris could have a leg up on in terms of versus like the Think or the 6.5 is the fact that because it's produced through KBD fans, and they haven't announced this yet, or if this is even gonna happen, the fact that it could be a regular stock board, it could be something
That's so true.
where you can go and buy in 6 months and get a week later or 2 weeks later.
That would be the ultimate, like, welcome to the hobby. You want to build a really nice board? This is it right here. Yeah. It's expensive to you as you're new to the hobby, but when you really look at the grand scheme of things, it's the perfect, like, everyman, like you were saying, everyman's board.
The everyman.
The
everyman's board.
Well,
I think they need to rebrand it.
And bringing gasket, right? Bringing gasket mount to the forefront is such an important thing. I mean, I personally haven't used it, but so many to just go out and get a board that's similar to a higher. So that's a small switch you got there.
I've been working on my new switch tester, and I put in one of these. It's a red Panda. It fit brilliantly, but I ordered the spring.
I mean, I think you were talking about the spring weight being a little light.
Yeah, because I was comparing two. I got this one.
Are you complaining already?
And I got the Sprit. I got the Sprit 65. I'm trying these bad boys out in them. But I can't for the life of me get this one to fit in my switch test. And it's really frustrating because I like clicky switches. I know that for a fact. And I was between tactile and clicky, and these. Oh,
what an amazing sound!
That sounds terrible.
You shut your mouth.
Sounds like shit. That's our one curse word that we use it.
I'm honestly offended. I'm honestly offended.
I want you to make a full big switch board.
God, someone will.
I have a big board. Yeah, I think I saw Nathan Kim built a like a 3-piece.
Yeah,
this is foot.
I think it was
for his foot pedals. I thought that was really clever. That's really good use for it.
I think it was with. Didn't he use all three? Like he used the.
Yeah. Well, no, he just used 3.
Yeah, I think because they were loud. Dude, these things are really loud. It's kind of funny. What we're talking about them real quick. It doesn't have a click jacket like a blue switch would have. It actually has like a click bar, like a box switch would have. Kind of interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
it's fun. I honestly, for now, it's just on my desk, but I do have one of the PCBs, and eventually, I'm gonna
that power on, power off switch.
Turn it into something.
You need to take that to work and just have it be something that you like you always type. Like have that be your period key. And so whenever you're typing an email, you're just like
enter.
Yeah, enter. Ka.
I saw like it.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty funny. If I saw someone with that on their desk and they used it, I would laugh.
Well, I use your guitar pedal.
Yeah, exactly. That would be cool.
That would actually work. But I use Xylence at work, so you'd hear nothing, and then all of a sudden you just hear.
It's like, what are you stapling all day?
All those old typewriters.
just a period key.
That'd be fun.
But Yeah. So, just Novel Keys they sell the big Switch. So if you want something like, we are not sponsored by Novel Keys, by the way. We're not sponsored by anybody.
Not yet.
Speaking of Novel Keys, because you just reminded me, because I have something coming in the mail from them. What do you have coming? Is there anything you got coming in the mail soon?
Oh boy,
Mr. Chewy, Mr. William,
Well,
Mr.
I'm gonna
Osiris,
let
anything?
Mr. Williams.
I got Metropolis base kit, and the signs. I'm
like the
super
movie,
excited
with
about
the movie
that.
sign, Gibson and Joaquin Phoenix.
Whenever I saw instant buy from me, I was super excited for
Beautiful
that
set.
kit. Oh yeah.
Beautiful.
I also have Calm Depths coming soon from Kono.
Nice.
And I might jump in on that Leviathan. Not
The
sure.
Leviathan.
The SA?
Yeah.
I
SA?
don't hate it. I don't hate it. I think it's
looks
a
good.
cool. I mean, it's for $60 for a base kit.
Yeah.
It's hard to pass up.
They broke it up into like 20 kits, and it's awesome.
Yeah, and I hope more people do that.
Especially for SA, that's already like naturally a more expensive, like even the most cost effective is through like Max Key, but even then it's still kind of expensive, and a lot of times it doesn't have the best compatibility. So the fact that they have compatibility for literally everyone,
Mm-hmm.
The
compatibility is it's crazy.
Yeah, it's
and any
you
keyboard that you have, you can buy a kit for.
Yeah, I don't know if they have. Well, I don't know if they have the split space bars, but
they do.
They do.
They do.
Oh,
for like 40s and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, I guess
Yeah.
they have the. Yeah, they have the, and you can buy the kit. I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
Don't you just want to flip your shift and have two of those as your space bars?
No, I don't. But
It looks so weird when people do that.
It's available for people to do.
Hey, availability is great. No, so I'm pretty excited. This, or I guess tomorrow, I'm going to be getting Mr. Sleeves, which was kind of a surprise out of nowhere. Yeah, let's get fix those sleeves. Nathan Kim, he got famous for his typing videos with special hoodie, and so he made a little GMK Mr. Sleeves kit. So I got that. I actually bought that and then went and got GMK. That's gonna go on all white. But in the same day, I'm getting GMK Modern Dolch, which I've been very impatiently waiting for since I saw our friend Jay from Top Clack got it, because he's over in the UK, and he got the much quicker shipping. So, and I'm very, very excited about that set too. Be a great set. And I have the 1UP keyboard, or it's not keyboard, but 1UP PCB, the custom solder non-hot swap board. My TX60 has a hot swap in it right now with my Holy Jesus switches, but due to them not being PCB mount, and the plate offering a wide variety of layouts, they wobble quite a bit. Yeah. And so I was like, I need to just go ahead and grab a PCB and throw it in there to make sure there's sirens going on.
Yeah, sirens are on our end, not yours. Yeah.
Yeah, I've noticed that with the TX plate, because I have my TX60 that I'm building very slowly.
Eventually,
very, very slowly.
Day. Just a switch a day, and you'll be done in 2 months.
Yeah, it took me like 3 days to lube all the switches, and it took me a day to like put the stabilizers together. I've got a busy week. Work's crazy right now. But no, I've noticed that the plate, like if you do split backspace, that very last key on the top row is like, it just doesn't even sit in until you have, like, you can't sit that switch in just the plate. It just basically falls out.
It has
so
droopy.
Yep, I've got a 1UP 60 hot swap board that I need to put base and switches on. So I'm open to recommendations.
Yeah,
that's my biggest fear about hot swap. But are you waiting on anything else, Cyrus? You got anything that you got coming in the mail soon?
Not really soon. I have the Lumina coming in sometime whenever things get better for
Oh
for
no.
our buddy Telestron. And I know they posted some updates recently. Every time they update it, I do get a little bit more excited about it. I know they're struggling with finding a good Korean manufacturer. It is a new material in the space, and it is a very, they make countertops out of it, so it's a hard material to really work with. So I know that they're being very picky with that in terms of making sure that it comes out the way they want it. But every time they do something, they up the quality of the board overall. So patiently waiting for that. I'm in on 9s.
Nice.
I don't know if I'm gonna get in on anything else. I missed the Gawk. Can't remember the actual name, but the Hiragana sub legends.
The Gawk EPBD.
Yeah, the EPPT. I missed that, unfortunately. I was like thinking about it the other day, and then I just ended up not getting into it. But yeah, and then I might be getting on some of these other key sets. Who knows?
Like waves or something like that.
Yeah, maybe waves, maybe Striker. I like the way it looks. I saw some of those
Striker's
new
like
renders.
$100. It's $100.
$100. I mean, Hamon was the same.
Yeah, but the new renders where you can see that it's like the blue's not quite as it doesn't look
royal.
Yeah, it doesn't look quite as bright. It looks a little bit darker.
Mhm.
I like it. I like the way that looks, and obviously some of those artisans look sweet as well.
Oh yeah, the Rama has been stepping up their game with the mix.
That I might legitimately just get the Rising Sun.
The Rising Sun.
That looks dope.
It looks
dope.
I like the Fuji as well. The Mount Fuji is
Mount Fuji looks good, but with the Rama being a white cap.
Yeah, I feel you.
What about you, Mr. Deep Pockets Moon?
We're like spending all his money on zap cables. Man.
Yeah. Those sirens, they're coming to my house because of all the fraud that I've gotten into to pay for all these keyboards. No, but I'm in on a few group buys right now. I think I did go a little bit too hard the past few weeks.
So good.
It happens to the best of us.
Yeah, it's been a rough few weeks for the old pocketbook. But I jumped in about, it's almost been a month now. Wow. For GMK Bento. I'm really stoked for that. Even longer than that, or even longer ago, I jumped on the Xeno. So that one was expected to ship end of next month. I don't know if that's actually going to happen or not. But they've been updating a lot, so hopefully it does. I'm really looking forward to that. That's going to be my my bread and butter home board for a while.
Bento looked like a really good kid.
Yeah, Bento's.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
The only reason I didn't get in on it is the hiragana on the number row just drives me insane.
At least there's some of them that do like double hiragana. I like that at least just the one.
Yeah.
Where it's not too cluttered. But I know it is a lot.
Yeah, you accused me of being a weeb on the Discord, and I really took offense to that. But it's okay. I'm gonna let it
we're clearing the air here.
I say it as a joke, but I mean, guys, like, look, when you're a weeb, like you have to like call someone else out. I mean, right? Like, I just went to Japan. I won that, so
yeah. But no, the Bento does.
But Bento is sick, yes. And I think I just jumped in on the Think 6.5. We were talking about that a little bit earlier. But I really wanted a polycarbonate board, and I love 65%. So that's probably my favorite layout of all time. So I know that one's going to be a long haul, but I really am looking forward to that. And then last but not least, a good friend of mine in the Discord, Metal Charles, aka Metal Chuck.
Metal Chuck, it's Metallic Charles.
Totally a cool dude. He hooked it up. He sold me his Sarah cassette sealed, so it's brand new, waiting for me to unveil it and throw it on something. I honestly don't even have a plan. All I know is that I got a new Gengar artisan from B.O.B. Handcraft that's gonna match it perfectly, the yellow and black. So I'm
nice.
You know what?
I'm really pumped for that.
This is a terrible statement to live by, but it's better to have caps and no board than have a board without caps.
It's and I figure, I mean, right now my plan for the Xeno is to be on. That was actually Chewy's Olivia. but I'm gonna throw Olivia on the Xeno, and then
That's
maybe
right, I sold Olivia. Sue me.
$20. Hell of a deal.
Yeah.
Shipped.
Fuck you. What?
Shipped.
Shipped.
But I might swap it back and forth between Serica and Olivia and just be that guy. It's black, so it'll work with both sets.
So other than that, I don't, I've got I've got the Lumina coming in, and I'm in on the KVD 8X, and that's another reason I'm excited for the Polaris, because it's kind of like gonna have like the meme, the "Don't talk to me or my son ever again." Like, I cannot wait to do that.
You gotta wait, especially if you get the baby, the numpad, which matches, and it's
Don't
also
talk
beautiful.
To me or my son or my grandson ever. But and then I'm in on you're sitting here complaining about the Xeno group buy. I've been on the M0110 for almost a year. So,
no complaints. I want it very badly.
No, I've got M0110 will be it'll be an interesting board. I'm gonna build it. I don't know if I'll keep it personally, but I'm gonna build it. That's a board I've talked about it on a past episode, about a board that I was really excited about, and then
kind of fell out of love with.
I still really like the look of it, and I'm curious. It's all going to depend on how well the board made, and I could very well change my mind the second I get my hands on it, and I hope so. That's my hope, is that this group buy goes well, and it's an amazing board. Or I'll just convince Moon to buy it.
No, I'm done. I'm done. I'm capped. I'm out.
That's
I'm
what
out
you say right now.
Yeah. Daddy long pockets over here.
Yeah.
I'm out of the game.
This guy's pocket shows at the bottom of his legs.
Yeah.
We're gonna post a picture in Discord, and you're gonna be like, I need that right now in my pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember one of the big things with the M0110 that attracted me a little bit to it was the kind of like planned unboxing, where they made it even look like the old school Apple boards to have that same effect. So I'm hoping that they can still deliver on that as well. I think that might be something that some people that are in your situation of maybe I'm out of love with this, that might kind of change your mind. That might give you that experience where you're like, you get stoked opening that up and peeling that.
And I'm sure when I get like the confirmation email whenever it ships, I'm sure I'll get just as excited as I was. So.
And everybody likes unboxing.
Yeah, it's an experience. Yeah. So
absolutely.
Well, that's going to do it for Free Talk Friday. Thank you, Moon and Wilyo70. Be sure to check those guys out. There are mods in the Discord. Be sure to subscribe, like the video, join us in our Discord, and you can talk to one of the four of us or all four of us at the same time. We really appreciate you.
Not advised, by the way.
Not advised.
Yeah, no, we'll get there. Advice. Yeah,
we'll just tell you to spend your money. Yeah. But yeah, just hopefully, we really appreciate the support you guys have been giving us and the continued support, and we hope to continue on. So y'all have a good weekend.
End game.